welcome to our YouTube video about Run Disney. I've been promising this one for a while, so finally I'm doing it. Thanks to my mom, Mary, for joining in, so it's not just awkward of me talking as usual. Thanks to my friend Tracy from the UK, who suggested this video for us. We love Tracy. We met up with her just once so far, right? But obviously she doesn't live as close as we do, so not that we live close either.
Which is not good.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, anyway, so my sister and I brought up a bunch of questions that we're going to just kind of go through when I think of kind of semblance of order of how you're going to be doing any of these things. So the first question is, why or should you do a Run Disney event? And we think the answer is yes.
Why not?
Yeah. But the question is, are you ready for one, I guess? I feel like I was actually just reading a book that was talking about Run Disney events, and it was a book not even related to Disney, and they were talking about, like, do yourself a favor and run a Run Disney event because they're so different from any other event you're ever going to do. But, maybe if you're not a runner, don't start with, like, the half marathons, do a 5K because they have all sorts of distance options. But don't be intimidated if you've never run a race before. There are tons of people there who it's their first race. They always ask that question when you're lining up for the race. Or if if you're fit but you haven't really run, maybe you choose like a 10K or half marathon. Just obviously do the right training. So I think absolutely yes, you should do one. They're super fun to do with friends, but I'm sure they're fun to do by yourself as well, or your family, I should say. Oops.
Hey.
So yeah, the answer is yes. So how to register for the Disney race. I actually made a whole side video about this while I was actually registering for our most recent race, so I will add that in here, and we'll go through that. So it's not terribly hard, but it's a little bit of a clunky website. Alright guys, I am going to show you a video about, you can see myself, about Run Disney. And so I'm actually going to sign up for a race right now, so I'm going to show you the process. So my mom and I have decided to do the Princess Half Marathon. So I actually, the registration opens to the general public this upcoming week, but if you're a DVC or an annual pass holder, you can actually sign up now. So DVC has like this, you can click on a link either through the DVC website or rundisney.com /DVC-member. I think it's similar for annual pass. I had a harder time finding the annual pass one, but I'm logged in, and so it knows I'm DVC, and so it says that I can log in and register now. So had I done this right when this opened on Thursday, I probably honestly would have registered for the 10K, but the pre-register for the 10K already sold out, and then I found out that Cinderella is going to be the theme for the half, and so that's why we're doing the half. But if I were to not do DVC or annual pass, then registration opens on, June 4th at 10 a.m., which is really hard for me because I work. So that's why I didn't do this one. So anyway, so we're going to pick register now for the Disney Princess. And I already have an account, so I'm just going to log into this. It's going to I'm going to turn away for a second. Oh, look at all the mess I have over here of all my work stuff. Okay, and so it actually already has me listed because I've done a bunch of races. So here it says, so the 5K pre-register is full, the 10K is pre-register full, but I can still actually register for the Disney Princess Half. And it starts at 5:30 a.m. Hooray, it's $205, a lot of money, yes. Is it worth it? Yes, because it's a Disney race. So I click on this, and then I'm registering myself. I'm going to not show you all my information, but it's pretty easy. And the nice thing is, I'm just going to skip over some of this stuff, but the nice thing is it's going to ask what your finish time is, and we will say we're going to submit a time. I don't know if this is going to be good enough, but I'm going to present the time that we used for, actually, I'm not sure if this is going to be good enough, but I'm going to submit the time that we used for our Princess 10K that we just did. All right, so I'm going to stop here, register myself, and then I'm going to show you how I can register my mom in the same thing. Okay, so I submitted mine. I just realized that I don't know if they're even going to take my time because we totally ran it slower than I thought we did because we stopped for photos. But anyway, I'll still submit the time. If we run faster for the wine and dine, I can still submit that, so I might do that. So anyway, here you can either say next step or want to add another registration. So I'm not sure. Oops, didn't pick my shirt size here. 1 second. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, sorry, now it's asking me for seconds for my race time. 40 seconds. All right, fine, 40 seconds. Okay, anyway, so I'm not sure how many people that you can register at one time, but I am registering my mom. She is not DVC. However, if it wouldn't let me register her with this, I want to say it's like 4 people, but I'm not sure. If it wouldn't let me register with this, like her with this, I could probably have registered her under annual pass. But it is nice to be able to do this all at the same time. Now, when you're doing it and you're in a rush to pretty much get everyone in that you can because you did it right when it opened, and you're trying to get something like the 10K that sells out, this makes it a lot less stressful because you don't have to open like 20 windows at one time. You can just register one person. So I actually registered myself, my mom, and my sister for the 10K last year. At the same time, my sister didn't do it. So now I'm going to register my mom, and then I'll show you what happens next. Okay, so I hit that next step button and then it takes you to, okay, so there's me, there's my mom, trying not to show you my names. I could still add another one if I forgot to do that, but you can get the pre-sale stuff. And so this is actually how we found out that it was going to be, Cinderella themed, because I'm not sure that they actually usually show you the merchandise. I feel like they used to not. They used to just say like, here, you can get this or whatnot, but then they accidentally showed us. And so I think that's kind of exciting that we get to see. So obviously we're not doing the fairy tale, but I kind of want to do this like 13.1, although I don't really want to buy this. I did it like magnet before I actually did it, so maybe I won't do that. But it's nice. They sell a bunch of the stuff anyway. I mean, we typically don't buy any of this stuff, to be honest, but we usually do get a magnet for our car. But you can get a Pandora charm. That's actually kind of cool. I don't know. So some stuff you can kind of think about, and that's it. And then the next step, I think, is just finishing off. But let me just kind of dig through this. I just want to make sure there's nothing that I actually do want. So, okay, I just had to call and like make my mom convince me that this is a jacket I didn't need because it's adorable, but it's $90. And then I was like, do I want this packet? I don't want the one that says I did it because I feel like that's cursing us. So I want this one because it's really cute, but it has 2 pins. I don't really collect pins, so I'm just going to skip it all. So next step, what is this? Oh, we're not going to donate, honestly. We'll skip this. And that's it. I'm ready to pay. The other question is, I already lost my train of thought. What was it? Oh, what kind of races they have was my thing. So they have many different events throughout the year. In January they do the marathon weekend, so that's the only weekend in Disney World that they are doing a full marathon. I really lost my train of thought there.
Which I will not partake in.
My goal is to do that by 2022, but we'll see. So that's a 5K, 10K, half, 5, 10, half. I should probably butcher this up before I'm saying this, and a full. And then there's Princess Half Marathon Weekend, which is 5, 10, half. And then there's Star Wars Weekend, which is same, 5, 10, half. Wine and Dine, which is 5, 10, half as well. And I think that's it. Yeah. We're talking about just Walt Disney World races. We have not run any of the other Run Disney events. So Disneyland has their own set. Disneyland Paris also has races as well. So we'll see if we ever get to do any of those.
And the Princess is February. And when is the
Star Wars is in April typically, and the Wine and Dine is in November. So us personally, we have run 3 Run Disney events. We are not experts by any means, but we have run the Princess Half Marathon in 2015, the Wine and Dine Half Marathon in 2016, and then we just ran the Princess 10K in 2019, February of 2019, and we are running the Wine and Dine 10K in November of this year, and then we're also running the Princess Half Marathon with my sister Jill in February of 2020. So
Yeah.
So we are slightly qualified to talk about Run Disney events. The next thing I wanted to talk about was training. So where and how do you know when to train is a good question. I'm not going to go through a whole training schedule for you here, but the Run Disney website is a very good resource for you. They have Jeff Galloway, who's the official Run Disney trainer. I don't know if he's official, but I'm assuming so since his stuff's all over everything. But he breaks it down by race category. So if you're doing a 5K, like here's how you should train for that, 10K, half, and so on. He used to do it specifically per date, per every race, and they don't do that anymore, which is kind of disappointing because it's a lot easier for them to say like, oh, on February this day you run this much. They don't do that anymore. But it's not terribly hard to figure out. I think that's a really good training schedule. They have offerings for beginners, which takes you a little bit slower, and then also like intermediate to advanced, which is a little bit faster. Someone's cutting their grass outside.
Typically, summer.
Typically, we train 1 day a week. Well, you run typically two times max. Whatever, we're not out to win it. If it's your first race, I would probably train a little bit more during the week. If it's not and you're used to running, we run every week no matter what, if we're training or not. So like I don't feel like uncomfortable with only running 1 day a week. Plus we work out.
And we run in all kinds of weather.
Yeah, true. We run in winter mostly.
Rain.
Heat. Do prepare yourself to run in heat. Florida's almost always going to be hot, so just so you know about that. So that's about training. Trying to think what else we could say about that. I don't know. I've ran for years, so I don't know. I'm not a good like beginner guide. I've run since I was like 14 years old. So
I guess just not to get discouraged because there's certain days you just can't do what you set out to do. Like today, for example.
Yeah.
It was so humid that
we didn't do a good.
We only did a couple miles.
Yeah. So certainly I can always give you an example of what my training schedule is looking like. I'll link my email below the video, and I can show you like what I have planned for this upcoming 10K just in case anyone's curious. But I pretty much base it off Jeff Galloway's. Now Jeff Galloway specifically trains with the interval training, which we do not do. So the interval training is the it's like a minute, you run for a minute and walk for 30, or you run for 3 minutes and you walk for 30 seconds. We don't train like that. We've never trained like that. We just walk when we want to walk, essentially, because believe me, we don't out and run the races. So, but do what you feel like is comfortable. A lot of people really like that interval training. For me, it's interruptive to me. Interruptive? Is that a word?
Sure. It is now.
But I just don't like the consistent, like I don't want to walk if I don't have to walk, so. Good morning. Today is June 6th, or 7th rather. Yes. You wouldn't know that if you lived here because it's like foggy, it's been cold literally pretty much every day until yesterday.
It's 57.
I'm not talking like 60s cold, I'm talking like 40s and 50s cold. Anyway, we are training for two events, the Wine and Dine 10K and the Princess Half Marathon. So yes, we're training in June, but really just to get us running. Our official training won't start until September. So we're just trying to consistently run somewhere around 3 to 4 and then work up from there. So have a good run. Alright, today is June 14th.
And freezing.
It's freezing. Well,
54.
It says 50. My phone says 59,
Well,
but
it says 54 and windy.
it's definitely not 59. It's windy. We have 141 days until our 10K, so that's okay if we don't make it very far. I'm trying out a new running belt today, so we'll see how that goes. And that's all I gotta say. Do you have anything to add?
Is it time for breakfast?
Yeah, after this 10K, we're going to be doing Garden Grill. So last 10K we did the Liberty Tree Tavern. This time we're going to be doing Garden Grill. We're actually staying at Yacht Club now, which actually will make more sense because we were originally going to be staying at Wilderness Lodge. So That way we can walk, which is nice. Or not nice, because we just ran 10K. We'll see. This is fun. I feel like we're actually closer to the event than we should be. Because it's June. We are out training. Just not paying attention.
I was cleaning. I'm getting a bug out of my eye.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of bugs. We're training in a different location. The water.
A prettier one.
Instead of the cemetery. But we didn't do so well with our training run the other day, so we're redoing it.
We're being punished. We have to come out again.
But we still have like quite a few days till the wine and dine, so I think we're okay.
We're only interested in the wine and dine part, not the running.
Yeah. All right.
You know, right?
I can't even breathe to make this video. I feel like the most out of shape person I've ever been in my entire life. It's so humid. It's the hottest day of the year, they said.
We're running.
And we're running. It's not a good idea. We're gonna have to redo this one.
Another redo.
It was pretty.
No!
Hey, the good news is we officially don't start training until September 21st. Don't forget. And it's only July 19th, I think.
We're ahead of the game.
Yeah. All right.